goals, face goals. Hey everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. Before anything else, I just want to take a second to let you guys know that my vlog channel, my brand new sparkly vlog channel, is now up and running. My first video got uploaded last night, so if you haven't already, once you're done with this video, I'll leave the link down below. Go and check it out. Please go show your support, subscribe, because it's a baby channel. Like, it's brand new, it needs love. That went to a weird place and I apologize for that, but yeah, just go check it out. I'm sure that you will love it. But for today on the main channel, we are doing an empties video. This is actually a really special empties video because this is the first 100% cruelty-free empties video that I'm uploading onto this channel. So hooray for cruelty-free trash. Before we jump into the trash, don't forget to go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for all your notification needs, and without any more rambling, let's get in. It is, as always, a giant bag of rubbish. I need to start doing these empties videos more frequently because they turn out to be like many days long. Go grab yourselves a snack because it's gonna take a little while. Okay, first thing that is jumping out to me in this, I have a bunch of these, so let's do this first. Surprise, surprise, it's Batiste, every lazy girl's favorite hair essential. And when I say lazy girl, I am the ultimate lazy girl. I've talked about this since the dawn of time for the many hundreds of years that I've been on YouTube. I love Batiste. Dry shampoo is an essential in my daily life. I'm sorry, but sometimes I just don't want to wash my hair. And if that makes me gross, I'm gross. I don't care. So I have three different scents here. I have the original one, I have the coconut and exotic tropical, and I have the opulent and bold luxe. Now, as many of you probably know, because I've said it like, I don't know, 600 times, the coconut one used to be my favorite. This was my go-to for a long time, but I decided to like freshen it up a little bit, step outside my comfort zone, and that's when I got the luxe one, and I really like this one. I think this is now, don't tell the coconut one, but I think this is now my favorite scent. The sad thing is this was a limited edition and I genuinely don't know if it's still on sale or not because I haven't been in the UK for several months. Maybe they still have it, maybe they don't, but if they don't, these are both great alternatives anyway. Okay, next let's talk about something that I don't think I've talked about to you before, but I'm very excited to. This is the Yes to Cucumbers Soothing Calming Micellar Water. I got this in Holland & Barrett and it pretty much immediately became my favorite micellar water because it didn't leave any kind of oily residue on my face. It took off my waterproof eye makeup with no issues and it just left my face feeling very clean and fresh. It was just really nice, so I will definitely be repurchasing this one. Okay, next let's talk about a BB cream. This is the Tarte BB Tinted Treatment 12-Hour Primer. It says primer, but it is a BB cream. I guess a BB cream could be a primer. I've definitely lived that life, that works. But this I just used as a BB cream. I think I may have mentioned this in my what happened when I stopped wearing makeup video. I'll link that down below. But BB cream really was the stepping stone for me to go from wearing a full face like this, like I wear on YouTube, to wearing literally not a scrap of makeup every day in my day-to-day life. BB cream was like the bit in between. And this one was amazing. This blended really, really beautifully. It didn't require any particular effort. It didn't get streaky or blotchy. I just felt like I could put it on with my fingers. I didn't need a brush or anything. I could just do it very, very quickly in the mirror before I headed out the door to work. And I didn't have to worry about it looking like I had cake face or like I had makeup on. It looked very much just like my skin, but slightly nicer. It felt super soft and super light, so I really enjoyed that, especially because I'm living in a very, very hot climate, so I didn't want anything that was going to feel too heavy. It is a little bit more on the pricey side, but I think it's worth it. Okay, this is the NYX HD finishing powder and I got mine in banana. I've talked to you guys about this before. All the tiny pieces that are left are falling out onto my jeans. cool. I've been using this setting powder for a while. I'm trying to think, I think I may have actually switched to using this before I went cruelty free, which was just a happy coincidence. But I think I'm on my third one right now. I repurchased it immediately because I really like it. I tend to be quite oily, so I need some kind of finishing powder to keep everything in place. This one works really well for me, and I particularly like the banana shade. It just works. It's all over my jeans. Awesome. Okay, next, the product that I have the most contradictory feelings for of all time. Are you ready? This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. This one is in 00. I think that's literally the palest one that they do. I've talked about this a lot, and if you saw my previous videos where I was mentioning this, there was a real sense of confusion around this product for me because it does work. Like, it works really nicely as a concealer. It's got pretty good coverage, it blends nicely, it doesn't, you know, sink into fine lines or anything like that. So it does tick all the boxes. But something about it just always felt a little bit off to me. And even now, I don't know what it is. But I always just felt like there was something better out there for me, and I just hadn't discovered it yet. It was kind of like, yeah, this is great, but what's around the corner? And let me tell you what was around the corner, because I'm pretty sure I have it in this bag too. This is it. Okay, this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour Concealer in C2. And all the time when I was using this NYX one, I just kept thinking, yeah, this is good, but I feel that there's something better out there. And there was, and it is this. And I used this a bunch of times. I think this is my third or maybe fourth one of these, but I'm not gonna repurchase now because I have moved on to bigger and better things. I made a video with my favorite cruelty-free swaps not that long ago. I'll link it down below if you didn't see it, but I talked about this for quite a while in that because this concealer is a game changer. The coverage is intense. Like, if you got something to hide, this is gonna cover it. But it doesn't feel heavy. It's super creamy, super blendable, doesn't sink into any fine lines, it just looks very natural. But boy, can it hide some secrets. Also, the price is really good. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was cheap. You can get it at Superdrug. If you haven't tried it, you need to. They have so many different shades available, so there will be something for everyone, but girl, it's everything. Speaking of which, I also have the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. And as much as I love the concealer, I love the foundation even more. To think that you can find such a full coverage, long-lasting, blendable, buildable, beautiful foundation for under £10 just makes me question why £40 foundations even exist. You guys know me, I have an oily complexion, but this has really good lasting power. It goes onto the skin beautifully, blends out beautifully, it feels really nice on the skin, and I just love it. This one is in F3, and I'm actually wearing the Conceal and Define foundation today, but I'm wearing it in F4, so a slightly darker shade since I got a little bit of sun recently, but you can see that it just gives ultimate coverage. Like, with the foundation and the concealer, we're talking like everything. Goals, face goals. Next, I want to talk about another foundation. This one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. Mine is in Soft Ivory. I did a whole video about this for Test It Out Tuesday. I'll link that one down below too, just in case you haven't seen it. But I love this foundation. It doesn't really have the wow factor of the Conceal and Define, but I feel like this is more of an appropriate everyday foundation because the Conceal and Define is such full coverage. It's got a bit of a glam something to it, whereas the Wet n Wild gives me beautiful coverage. It's not that it's not full coverage, it just is a little bit more of a toned down version for just day to day. It looks a little bit more like real skin, it looks a little bit more natural. So for my day-to-day life, this is the one that I am picking out of my makeup bag. And this, as far as I can remember, was $4.99, maybe $5.99. Like, it was cheap. It was cheap, and it was one of the best foundations that I've used in ever. So there's that. Okay, next let's talk about an old favorite. I'm gonna brush over this quite briefly because I talk about this a lot. This is the Superdrug's own unperfumed extra firm hold hairspray. It's in number 4. I love this. It is so cheap. You can pick them up sometimes on multi-buy. I think they're like 2 for £3 or something. It's like insanely cheap considering a can of Tresemme can be like £5 or £6. It's not tacky, it's not sticky, it's unperfumed, so you don't get that like hairball experience at the back of your throat. It keeps my hair in place, but it still looks natural. It still has movement. It's not like I'm wearing some kind of big toddlers and tiaras wig. So, I mean, I just love it. Okay, so the last few things that I have are all from Lush. Let's start with the new love of my life. This is the Butter Bear Shower Jelly. Now, I hate to talk about this because it is limited edition. The Butter Bear only comes out at Christmas time, which is really sad. But Christmas will keep coming around. So I want to talk about it now in preparation for December because you all need to go out and try this. It's everything. So you won't get the full experience just by looking at this empty tub, but it's a shower jelly that comes in the shape of the Butter Bear. It just speaks to my soul. You guys know me, every time Christmas rolls around and I get a Butter Bear, my heart melts because it's so adorable. So to have a Butter Bear jelly that I can take in the shower with me just adds an overload of cuteness to my shower experience, but also, more than that, it's such a good product. It smells absolutely sublime and it is intensely moisturizing, and I cannot wait for Christmas to come around so I can use another one of these. Okay, next we have another old favorite. This, of course, is the Swen Wen Ha, I think. I don't know. I've been talking about this again for years. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I am a very loyal customer. If I like your product, I will buy it for the rest of my life and talk about it pretty much weekly on my YouTube channel. Sorry if it's getting boring. But yeah, I still love this. I still think it's an amazing hair mask. If you need a deep treatment, if your hair is dry, if it's damaged, if it needs some TLC, definitely go and pick one of these up because it really helps. Especially, I feel, if you're using it maybe like 2 or 3 times a week, that's when you're gonna notice the biggest results. And the last thing that we're gonna talk about today is the Lush Don't Look at Me Fresh Face Mask. Now, cool story, if you don't already know, if you take back 5 pots like this from Lush, it usually says something like not virgin or please bring back to the shop, or it has a little number 5 on the bottom. If you can collect 5 of those and take them back to Lush, they will give you a fresh face mask for free, which is amazing. It's like the best promotion for recycling. Good on Lush. I love that. I really enjoyed this face mask. I do think there is a difference between my regular clay face masks and the fresh face masks from Lush, because yes, it is kind of a pain that you need to use them up quite quickly, but having those fresh ingredients just, I don't know, it adds a little something. Okay, so those were all of my empties that I had in my big old bag of junk today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed rummaging through the trash with me again. If you did, then please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up to let me know. It really helps me out. You have no idea what's lurking in your bin at the moment, beauty-wise, not just like food waste and stuff. We don't want to talk about that. What kinds of things have you been using up is probably a better way to ask that question. What products have you been enjoying? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to go ahead and check out my vlog channel. It would mean so much to me. It really needs a little bit of TLC right now. So please go ahead and subscribe to that. that. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.